Hey everyone, I often get asked about the exercises I do for parkour, or my strength training or workouts that I do, and I've never gone into detail on the workouts I do because in reality my workouts are pretty simple. I primarily focus on body weight exercises, and I do a lot of things that are pretty typical exercises like handstands, push-ups, pull-ups, variations of those things. I will go into a little bit more depth about my philosophies around training and workouts and exercising and things in a little bit. But also what prompted me to want to do this vlog, is I just talked to Ryan Ford, who actually is an amazing parkour athlete, and I followed him for a long time on YouTube, and he does a ton of these awesome little snippet tutorials on these really creative exercises that work perfect for incorporating into your parkour training and are very beneficial for different parkour techniques you would be doing. And in talking to him, he's just come out with a book about parkour strength training. And I haven't read it yet. I actually just received it today, and I got it right here in this good old Amazon box. Actually, he sent me this awesome shirt to go along with it. You can see it right here. Anyways, here's the book right here, what the cover looks like. We got Parkour Strength Training, Overcome Obstacles for Fun and Fitness. I think that's an awesome subtitle to a strength training book for parkour, because it is all about having fun, and it's great if you can do something that makes you fit and is fun at the same time. And so I'm super excited to read this just to learn more about strength training for parkour, and definitely once I read it, I will give you guys a review on it and how I liked it and how I'm going to apply it in my own training. But if you don't want to wait and you just want to check it out right now, I'll actually have a link in the description below to the Amazon page where you can actually buy it right now and check it out for yourself. But to kind of go into depth a little bit about my own training and what I've been doing up to this point, and who knows, maybe it'll change after reading the book and kind of being inspired to try some new exercises and things. My training, like I mentioned, has been pretty basic. I primarily focus on just using my own body weight for training, and I'm primarily doing exercises that will influence the movements I'm already doing. So I do a lot of handstands and push-ups and pull-ups, a bunch of those things. I've never been big into weight training just because it's something that I've tried it and I do it occasionally, but it's something I've never really been into. I've never really felt the benefits from it versus the commitment it requires to really get into weight training. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, it's just something I haven't really gotten into myself, and also not being motivated by having huge muscles or body like most guys are. I think it's awesome to have, to be fit, to have muscles and physique, but for me that's not my priority. My priority has been doing exercises that I can utilize in my parkour movement, and so that's why I've primarily focused on doing body weight exercises. And I do try and get creative, come up with different types of exercises that aren't your basic push-ups or pull-ups, but are more similar to parkour movements. One of my favorite things are just quadrupedal movement, getting on all fours on the ground and just coming up with different ways to move, doing different style flat ground vaults and rolling and different things. It's great cardio and great works your core and arms and legs, kind of everything. So those are some of my favorite exercises. But it is funny because I've never put a strong focus on building muscle, primarily movement, I am pretty skinny for an athlete, and I even get some comments on YouTube, not often, but occasionally there will be a little jab at someone making fun of how skinny I am, and maybe I should put on some muscle, do a couple push-ups or something, which I do a couple push-ups, but that's not that's not what's going to build muscle. It's going to take a lot more than the amount of strength training I do if you really want to be stacked. And so, but that's not my priority. And I also feel there's a benefit to that in my position as a influencer in the community and on YouTube in inspiring people to learn parkour, because I am a skinnier guy. There's a lot of kids out there who can relate to that and see that I'm not this, huge buff fitness person where it's required to be this super fit person to be able to actually do parkour. No, what they see is just this kind of average sized guy who does parkour and can do these fun things. And so I feel like, and people have even told me this, that it actually inspires them to see that, you know, a guy skinny like me can do it, maybe they can too, because a lot of people who aren't initially athletic for most of their lives are worried that they'll never be able to do parkour, when in reality it's just starting with basic exercises, and anyone can do parkour no matter your age, your weight, you know, it doesn't matter. There's different ways to utilize parkour, and it's about adapting to your body. And so that's been important for me in being able to relate to people. Not saying that I won't ever, you know, want to build muscle and do that. Just that's never been my priority. And so, yeah, so that's where I'm at. And it is important to condition and exercise. The stronger you are, the more efficient you'll be at parkour movements. It's just important that you're building that strength in an efficient manner to help your parkour movements, because some strength training techniques are actually going to slow down your actual technique for certain parkour movements. So it's important that you balance the way you train, and that you are training in a way that is going to strengthen your body for parkour. If you want to get huge and buff and still do parkour, that's awesome too. That'll be a different form of training that I'm not familiar with, that I don't teach myself, but you know, there's definitely a bunch of YouTube channels out there that can teach you that. But definitely check out Ryan Ford's channel for, you know, a bunch of the tutorials I've mentioned, because you'll be able to find just some awesome exercises to help you out in your own parkour training. Thanks for watching this vlog, and good luck in your training. Be sure to have fun, and parkour is about having fun, and it's about learning to improve your body and mind and everything. But don't forget to enjoy yourself as you do it. Otherwise it's hard to maintain that motivation forever. And so yeah, keep it up, train safe, and thanks for watching.